Hello, welcome to the Microsoft Excel training. We are going to start the amazing journey of the 65 Excel productivity functions. We are going to be looking at these functions one after the other, and we are going to take off right now as we look at the first one, which is the sum function. Let's go into the class as we look at the sum function. The sum function, as we have, is a basic arithmetic function in Excel. It's a basic arithmetic function. And the sum function is used to add numbers together, cell references, or the combination of both. So it is one of the most commonly used functions for performing basic arithmetic spreadsheets. Now, the sum function itself is an array function. So what it means is that it can take series of numbers or arrays. The key features of the sum function is that it can add multiple values. You can sum individual numbers. That is, you can pick numbers in cells just instead of using range, or you can even sum using range, or even the combination of both. So the sum function handles empty cells and text, but it will skip these things. So even if you make selection of your range and it includes the empty cells or even text, it will skip and just move on and still go ahead with its calculation. Then it supports multiple ranges, allowing you to sum across non-contiguous contiguous ranges. So we have something like equal sum A1 to A10, and then you now have another set of value that's across from C1 to C10. So you can easily use this sum function for this task. So now let's go into the class as we look at this sum function together. So we're starting with this. We have the sum function, and we want to see how this function works. But the first thing I want us to understand is that we have the auto sum, which can be used, to auto sum values horizontally or vertically. And then we also have the sum function itself. So let's start with the auto sum. So if I want to sum all these values together, all I need to do is just highlight to the point where I have my total. So let's say I have the total session here. So you pick all your values to the total session, and then you go to your editing group and click auto sum. So you can see that it sums that value. And you can also use the shortcut, which is the Alt key equal sign. Okay, so how do we do that? You make the same selection and you hold the alternate key on your keyboard and you press equal sign and you get your result. So that is the shortcut for that. So that's for auto sum. Then we can use the sum function, especially when you are dealing with non-contiguous value or values that are not placed below a set of numbers. Okay, but let's start with just using it ordinarily. I can easily type equals sign, put the SUM open bracket, and then select my range with my mouse button, close bracket, press enter. Then I get my answer. Okay, that is fine. That's good. But let's assume that we want to have total by region. And then we have something like we want to have the total for each region, appearing below our sheet, maybe for analysis purpose, for reporting purpose. So this will, with AutoSum, you will not find it easy to get this, even though it's possible, but it's not the best way. So what you just do you simply do is use the equal sum, open bracket, and then select your range of value. You press enter, you get that. So let's say we want to do for the region 2, so you can make that selection, and there you go. You can do for region 3 equal sum, open bracket, and there you go. All right. So but now let's say I want to sum region 1 and 2 together. Region 1, plus region 2. Then how do I go about this? I can easily just put my equal sign, the sum, open the bracket. Then I pick the first range, then put a comma, and pick the second range, and then close the bracket, hit enter. So you can see that with this, I can easily pick my range and sum them together. So let's say I'm even summing the 3 together, then I can still have equals sum, pick this. I can even use the control key. You can hold the control key down and then make your selection. Don't release the control key until you are done. And then when you are done, close your brackets, hit the enter key, and you see that I've been able to add all these 3 arrays together using the sum function. Okay? And you can even have something like this. You can say equals sum, where you have this value, you close your bracket, you put the minus sign, and what do you want to do? You want to subtract the sum of region 1, you want to subtract the sum of region 2 from region 1. So this is region 2, the total of region 1, minus the total of region 2. So you can see that this sum function is quite amazing, as you can use it, anyhow you want. You can even pick values. You can say equals sum. You can pick this value, you put a comma, pick this value, put a comma, pick this value, and you get your answer. So it's so flexible that it makes your task so easy, so interesting, so amazing. So this sum function is a very good productivity tool. So I encourage you to use the Microsoft Excel sum function to sum your values and enjoy the power of the sum function. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, because we have more functions coming. You can't afford to miss them as they are dropped. See you in another session. Bye for now.